My name is Cody Jankowski. Today, I will be facilitating a discussion on shipment tracking integration within your ServiceNow environment. Today, we'll be discussing what the shipment tracking integration is, a brief overview about it, and the technicals behind how this works, and what you will need to get this going. So what is this shipment tracking integration? With this, you can track your shipments in real time by integrating your ServiceNow instance to a third-party integration, typically your carrier, such as UPS, USPS, FedEx, any carrier that has a shipment integration where you can get an API key and an API endpoint from. How do I manage the integration? You will create an integration script include. This script include will house all the logic needed to process the information and get a response back to do something with. There is a base script include called the ITAM shipment integration. You will extend this script include to create your own script include where you'll handle the business logic. Not all carriers will be the same, so you'll need to pass in the API key and other information to process the information. You may also want to create different script includes for different functionality that you will be developing. You will then connect your ServiceNow instance with a shipping carrier. So you'll do this by going to the hardware asset workspace, asset operations, including the carrier shipment integration profile. You also need to create a new shipping carrier. You can do that too by going to the hardware asset workspace, asset operations, shipping carriers, and linking the carrier to the integration you created. Now, please note this integration is just the API is just the script include. So this is that script include that I mentioned where you use the ITAM shipment integration and you extend it to create your own script include. With this, we can process this by many different ways, either on a scheduled job, a UI action, or any other trigger-based event. Now, what is in the script include? You will need two methods. The fetch shipment info. What this does, this receives tracking numbers, invokes the carrier API, and processes the API response. So this is basically what you will use to send the information to the carrier to then receive back all the details related to the tracking numbers. In the process response function, we will receive the response API and update shipment records with details. This sends back all this information, including carrier link, carrier status detail, carrier pickup date, carrier delivered date, currency, delivery service cost, and parcel weight. Some next steps that you will need to think about is how you're going to have that connection between your instance and the shipping carrier. You can create functionality to track those numbers. You can use jobs like scheduled jobs to update assets with tracking numbers, UI actions. So if you want to ad hoc update your shipment information, you can create a UI action to execute the API now. Next, I'm going to go into the environment, give a brief overview on how we're going to create some of these records. Now that we are within our ServiceNow environment, we can navigate to the hardware asset workspace. Do this by going to workspaces, hardware asset workspace, and it will bring you to a screen that looks similar to this. Please note that this is a demo environment. It may not look like yours. Next, we need to navigate down here to the asset operations. And under shipment, we will have a few different options. This shipments is where we can track all the different status changes related to our assets and all of our shipments. Shipment assets, this will tell us the current life cycle and where these assets are at. So as we order assets and we get our shipping information into the environment, we can start tracking this immediately and understand, okay, well, maybe this is still on order. Now it's in transit. Now it's delivered. We can really automate the life cycle of these assets and understand when they're ready to be used and ready to be put into the stock room. Our shipping carriers here, we can identify our different shipping carriers. So we'll look at UPS, for example. Please note, you'll probably have more information than me. The integration profile is where you'll select that integration profile. We'll go back. Carrier integration profile. This is where you create that carrier integration profile. You'll add in your API, give it a name, and link it back to your shipping carrier. Now let's go take a look at the script include. There's not much in it as this is just a base level script include, and we don't actually have access to it. That's why we have to extend it. We'll do this by going to script includes. System definition, script includes. Let's do the star search for ITAM. This is what we're looking for, the ITAM shipment integration. Now, you won't have access to this. It's protected through out-of-box UI policies and access controls. You can't actually edit this. That's why we have to extend it. And we extend it for each shipping carrier that we need. Hence why one will not fit all. So now that you've set up your shipping carriers, your carrier integration, created your script includes for extending that ITAM shipment integration util, setting up a scheduled job, or UI actions, or both, you are now ready to process your shipments. Thank you very much. I hope you found this helpful.